Hello, welcome to today's video. I'm Joseph, also known as Dragon Whisperer. Today's video is going to be part 1 of 2 of a dance school principal interviewing potential students and their parents for the new dance year. I'm going to have various sounds such as typing, writing. I'm going to be playing with paper, binder, stuff like that. I'm also going to be going through the various different types of dance that the school has and the equipment necessary for that. So, before we get started, as always, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. There's a little red spot down here. And again, as always, feel free to go to the Patreon page, which the link will be down below, as well as on my main page for the channel. All donations are going to be going to help the channel to continue to grow, thrive, get various equipment. For more role plays, I want to get some props. Like I know there was the eye exam requested, which it was requested with an actual eye exam chart. So either I'll get one, put it up here, or I don't know. I'd rather do that rather than just put a picture of an eye chart on the wall, like in the video. Give it a more realistic experience that way. And so yeah. Also, one last thing before we begin, I'd like to welcome everybody into the festive season. The holiday seasons have begun, and I hope everybody has a fun and safe holiday. Yes, the holiday season begins right after Halloween, okay? Right at the beginning of November. Don't put up the tree until after November 11th. Remembrance Day, remember the fallen, lest we forget. Anyway, so sit back, relax, enjoy the video. Hello everybody, welcome to the Wyatt Whispers Dance School. I'm Mr. Joseph, and I'm the principal of the dance school. Yep, I even have a pen with my name. I'd like to thank you all for coming out to view our facility today. What did you all think of the tour? Thank you. It's newly built, as we outgrew our last location and decided to just buy a lot this time and build it to suit our needs. We're quite proud of our little home. Yep. There were a few rooms that aren't fully ready to go yet. They're 100% built and everything. It's just putting in various things like the bars along the wall, and of course the large viewing mirrors. But I think they'll look absolutely fabulous once they're finished. Now, I know this group is made up partially of parents new to the dance world, here on their first annual tour, and partially there are parents joining us from another dance studio which closed at the end of last year, and we'd like to thank those of you who have come here from the other dance studio for choosing WWDS as your potential new home. We'll do our best to live up to the standards that were placed by your previous studio. Now, does anybody have any more questions or concerns about our establishment here before we get started? yes, we do highly recommend water. I don't have any on me right now, but I believe at our open orientation we are going to have we're going to have free water bottles available for those who join the studio, or even those who sign up. Yeah. And you over there? Yes, I will be going over the different footwear required, as well as a couple of they're not really requirements, but they are highly recommended as far as active wear goes. Alright, so I'm going to do a rundown of the classes that are all offered here. So first we offer ballet, tap, jazz, lyrical, hip hop. Oh, I saw your eyes light up when I said hip hop. Pointe, pre-pointe, acro, tumbling, and musical theater. All of our classes are split by level of ability, not age. Age does become a factor. Like we won't have a 17-year-old in a tap 2 class with 10-year-olds, even if it is their first year doing tap. So, age is 100% taken into consideration, but mostly it is the level of ability that determines how we split up our classes. Well, yes, we do also have private lessons available for those who are starting out late in a specific discipline, so that they can get caught up as far as different techniques available and required to be at that level. Well, because nobody wants to be 5'5" in a classroom with a bunch of 2.5 feet tall people, So, first class I'm going to discuss is ballet. I saw you smiling over there. We start with the primary ballet 1, 2, and 3. Then we change into the Cicchetti method ballet from levels 1 through 5. And our young ladies will need to wear ballet pink tights, a solid black bodysuit, and a skirt of any color. And they will also need pink ballet shoes, and it is the dancer's choice as to whether or not they're leather or canvas. So I'll pass that around for you all to take a closer look at. And our gentlemen will require a dance belt, black leggings, and a fitted black shirt, with black ballet shoes, again, leather or canvas. Now I've got leather black shoes here, and the pink ones I pass around were canvas, so that you guys can feel the difference on the shoes themselves, because it's important to know that there is a difference between the two. Now, our ballet classes are graded, and they have an optional exam for those who wish to proceed to the next level. We will evaluate you in your classroom, and your teachers will be the ones watching you to tell us, whether or not they recommend you for the actual exam itself. So we will hand out invitations to the exams to those who are welcome, because we feel you're ready to take it to the next level. And from there you can decide if you wish to take the exam or if you wish to do another year at that level. Now, who's all registering for ballet? You? What is your name? Excellent. And how old are you? Excellent. Next. What is your name? And you are? Alright. And you, young man, what's your name? And how old are you? Alright. And you, young lady? And how old are you? And you, my fine young gentleman. And how old are you? Excellent. Alrighty. Now, we're going to move on to our tap classes. Our tap classes are studied under the Al Gilbert method and range from tap 1 to tap 9. Black tap shoes are required for both male and female. I have here a pair of shoes from one of our young ladies. As you can see, they've got the tap plate attached via screw on the bottom of both the toes and heels. Pass those around. And then I have a pair for our young gentleman. These were a bit bigger, they're a bit looser. This dancer has been using his for 3 years now. Again, with the tap plates on the heels and the toes. They are shockwave absorbent. And these ones are, for comfort reasons, they're more detached than the other pair. So feel free to pass those around as well. The clothing is more lax for our tap classes. Any comfortable athletic type of clothing is fine. Socks and or tights. Socks or tights are suggested if the dancer is new to tap. Our tap classes are graded and again have an optional exam. So again, if we feel you're ready to move to the next level, you will be invited to the exams to prove that you know the techniques necessary to advance to the next level. Now, as absurd as it sounds, all of our registered tap students receive a free tennis ball. Now, before you all get unruly and laughing because this is the wrong sport and everything. The tennis ball is great to help condition your knees for tap. The teacher always goes through it at least once a month. So what you do is, I'm going to demonstrate with my elbow. What they do is they take the tennis ball, you put it in under your kneecap, and you bend your leg back as far as you can, so it's pushing your kneecap to where it needs to be. Because tap is hard on the knees, it really is. And if you don't take care of yourself, you could end up with pretty badly damaged knees. So, tennis balls. I guess I'll let you all take a look at that. Now, who here is registering for tap? You're the one whose eyes lit up when I mentioned tap earlier. I saw the big smile across your face, so you better be trying out. Or signing up, sorry, not trying out. That's all later on. So what is your name? And how old are you? Very good. You over there? No, don't be shy. What's your name? And how old are you? Alrighty. Nope, right now I'm just getting your names and your ages, and later on I want to meet with all the parents individually to discuss the class as well as skill levels and everything. You? Sure. What's your name? And how about you? Okay. What's your name? And how old are you? Okay. And you? Age? And how about you? And how old are you? Excellent. And that covers our tap class. Now, we're going to move on to jazz. Our jazz classes have a primary jazz, junior jazz, jazz 1, up until jazz 5. Kids would start around age 6 in primary jazz. Junior jazz would be age 8. And jazz 1 starts at 10. Jazz 2 at 12. Jazz 3 will be at age 13. Jazz 4 is age 14. And jazz 5, it starts at age 15 until the age of 18. But again, those are just the average ages for the classes. Our males should wear their dance belt and leggings and a danceable shirt and black jazz shoes. So what I've got here, we've got stretching pants. Okay, so these are super comfortable. They're athletic. They do come with the Drymore technology. Let's see, plenty of elasticity. those are the pants recommended for our young men in the jazz class. And the jazz shoes. Here I have a pair of leather, and again, black. Now these ones, they're very similar to the ballet shoe, except the design of the shoe itself. I'm going to pass this around. Please make sure I get all these shoes back at the end of the information session. As these do belong to some of our dancers. Now, our females should be in either leggings and a danceable top, or tights, bodysuit, and shorts with tan colored jazz shoes. So, like these ones here. These ones are also leather, but again, with these ones, the design is more firm and less flexible than the boys' shoes were. So I'm going to pass those ones around. Now, our jazz classes are graded and again have an optional exam. So who's all registering for jazz? What's your name? How old are you? Excellent. And you? Are you related, by chance? Brother and sister. Excellent, excellent. And you? How old are you? Alrighty. You, young man? And how old are you? Anybody else? Oh, you over here. And what's your name? And how old are you? Excellent. Alrighty. Now, next we have our lyrical classes. Now, our lyrical classes aren't a graded class with an exam, but they are still based on level. You can only be in lyrical once you've reached and are in the Cicchetti method of ballet, but you don't have to take the Cicchetti level, or you don't have to take the Cicchetti classes in order to be in lyrical. You just have to be at that level. It's mainly because we need to be sure that you can handle the technique required for the lyrical style. Both male and females are required to wear bare feet or lyrical paws, which I don't actually have a pair of ready here. And our lyrical dress policy is like our tap. Anything comfortable that offers a wide range of motion. Yes, lyrical is sort of interpretive, I guess you could say. In that it, like, you choose the song, your movements are based off of the song to try and tell the story. Do I have anybody here interested in registering for Lyrical? Yes, you over there? And how old are you? And how old are you? Excellent. And you? What's your name? And how old are you? Okay. Anybody else? Yep. You? Would you spell that for me, please? And how old are you? And you? And how old are you? Excellent. Anybody else? Oh, you over here. And how old are you? Excellent. We've got a decent age range. Okay. And you are all in the Cicchetti level of ballet? Perfect. Next, we have a special class. This is actually our first time offering it at this this is actually the first time we are offering it at WWDS. It's our musical theater class. Our musical theater class is taught by a dance teacher and a theater director. It teaches dance, singing, acting, facial expressions, how to better pronounce and project your words, and so much more. Any comfortable and danceable clothes are allowed, with black jazz shoes for our guys and tan jazz shoes for our girls. Any questions about it? Alright, now who's all registering for it? You right over here? I think you'll fit in well in the class. So what is your name? And how old are you? Alrighty. Next, you over here. Is that your real name or is that a stage name? Alright, I'm gonna need your real name though. And how old are you? You may have a little bit of a rivalry here. No, I'm joking. We don't condone rivalry at this school. Friendly competition, yes. rivalry can get out of hand. Anybody else signing up? Yep, and what's your name? And how old are you? All right. And you? And how old are you? Oh, so it's your last year. Nope. We'll go into detail later though, for what options are available. And is there anybody else? And how old are you? Perfect. Alrighty. Now, our point and pre-point classes are some of our most renowned classes. We've actually got a few medals here from competitions and everything. I'm working on getting a medal rack put in. Anyone can join our pre-point classes once they're at the Cicchetti method level. But you may take our point classes upon invitation, unfortunately. It is invitation only, and there is good reasoning behind it. It also does not matter on age at all for point. We will put a 17-year-old into a pre-point class because going on point is something you absolutely cannot rush. You need to make sure you are absolutely ready before you go on point. During pre-point, we'll make sure that your body, bones, and the muscles in your legs and feet are ready to be on point. All of our pre-point and point classes run at the same time because you might spend 3 years in one class or only 3 months in a class before moving up. All of our other classes have a year dedication with a year end recital. Our pre-point and point classes do not. Now, unfortunately, I do not have a pair of point shoes to show you, as they're basically, once they are fitted to the student, and like to the dancer, it is built specifically for that dancer, so we do require you take absolute care of them. Now, our pre-point and point classes are mostly female, but we all absolutely encourage young men to join. Usually males don't ever get their point shoes, or they do it much later in their teens. Females usually get theirs around age 12 or 13, depending on how long and how well conditioned they are, how long they've been in pre-point and how well conditioned they are to point. Males would be closer to 16 or 17. No, it's mainly because their bodies aren't usually finished growing until later on. Yep. For our pre-point classes, we ask that sorry. For our pre-point classes, we ask that the dancer arrives in the same as their ballet uniform. Point uniforms would almost be the same with a slight adjustment. If and when the dancer receives their letter, then they may study on point, I will go to the dance store with you, since you need to make an appointment for point shoe fittings and help find the proper fit for the dancer. The gentleman that runs the store will do the fittings, but each brand is slightly different, and I will be there to advocate for the dancer on which shoe would be better for their feet. I will also sew their very first pair for them for free. Each additional pair will come with a sewing cost, and pointe shoes do only last on average 3 months, sometimes only a week. Pre-pointe is not graded, nor does it have an exam. Pointe is graded and also has an optional exam. The reason we don't have the exam for pre-pointe is that, it is conditioning. You don't move on to the next level of pre-pointe, you move on to pointe when we feel you're ready. Okay. So who's all registering for pre-points? What's your name? How old are you? Okay. And you? How old are you? Oh no, like I said, we absolutely encourage young men to join. And you over here? Excuse me. How old are you? Very good. Yep. Okay, absolutely. We got a solid age going here. Excellent. We can work with that. And anybody else? Yes, you? And how old are you? All right. Now, I will be taking the pointe registrations privately, as I need to contact your old pointe teachers to make sure you were approved to be on pointe. So just hang around and chat with me after. Nope, this was just for the pre-pointe people. Yep, like I said, if you're interested in being, or if you are in pointe, like at the on pointe level, like I said, stay behind. I'll get you privately so that I can contact your previous instructor. Now, the one that got you all excited, hip hop. Hip hop is our most popular class. It's the perfect class for the kids that just want something fun to do without a lot of stress. It's not graded, there's no exam, very little proper clothing or uniform pieces to purchase, and quite probably the most fun. All the dancer needs are clean shoes, black and white are preferred, and any danceable clothes. I do have a couple pairs here of the hip hop shoes. So as you see, we've got a black and white canvas pair here for one of our younger hip hop dancers, with a non-mark white bottom. That part is important because, we just built this facility. We don't want scuff marks all over the floors. Pass this pair around. And then we also have a pair that one of our young gentlemen use. These ones are slightly different. He's been taking the class for years, so it's become to a point he just wears whatever is most comfortable, as long as it, again, black and white preferred. And on the bottom here, he has non-slip shoes, those like soles. Yeah, this is because at the point he's gotten to, at his level, he is quite literally all over the floor. And we need to make sure, because at some points he is jumping to his feet from the floor. We need to make sure that when he lands, no matter how he lands, his shoes aren't going to slide out from underneath him. Absolutely. I'm going to pass these ones around too. Make sure you feel the nice soles on those. Now, hip-hop is also our only class that is 100% separated by age. Since it's not a technical class, we don't need to call out ability of level. And obviously, some kids can dance hip-hop better than others. But hip-hop is the class where it does not matter. It's about having fun and looking good. Plus, it also helps a lot too. With some students, they take too much technical. No, not too much. Sorry. They focus too much on being absolutely stiff for specific styles, and hip hop helps them to loosen up as well. So, like, let's say you've got somebody doing jazz, and they're basically doing the robot, you know. We don't want that. That's where hip hop really helps, because hip hop helps you to loosen up quite a bit. It's also an ever evolving style. Well, yes, about 20 years ago, hip hop was very, very different than it is now. Even 5 years ago, it was very different. Alright. Now, I'm going to need you one at a time to let me know if you are registering for hip hop. I'm going to start with you because you're about ready to jump out of your chair. What's your name? That name sounds familiar. Did I teach an older brother? I knew it. How old are you? Perfect age to start. See, that explains why you're so excited for hip hop. Okay. I really should have recognized you. Sorry, it's beginning of the year and whatnot. Next. And how old are you? Okay. Anybody else? You? And how old are you? Very good. Oh, you right over here. And how old are you? Is there anybody else? You. And how old are you? Very good. Anybody else for hip hop? Not today? Okay. Now, Acro and tumbling are our two newest classes available and very quickly growing in popularity. Our dress code is a bit trickier for this class. Absolutely no tights. Not at all. Leggings are allowed. Shorts are allowed. Jogging pants are allowed as long as they taper around the ankle. Any pants that could slip under the heel are very dangerous for this class. We do ask for all classes that any jogging pants be tapered at the ankle, but this class will result in sitting out if you do not have the proper attire. Any danceable shirt. Our females are required to wear a sports bra under all tops because of all the upside down tricks involved, even if there's no boy in the class. Bare feet only, no socks or shoes will be allowed into the class. This class is ability based by level, not age. No exam, however. Yep, the Acro studio that you saw, it does have an area outside to leave all shoes and socks and everything before entering the room. Now, who's all registering for Acro? How old are you? All right. You? How old are you? Yep. How old are you? Very good. And you? Age? Okay. Do I have anybody else? You over here. And how old are you? Very good. Very good. All right. Now, that covers registrations for the classes. Obviously, you know, when we do our official registration, we'll go into much more detail on the various classes as well as requirements and everything. Now, water bottles, as I stated before, are welcome into all classes. We actually encourage it. However, there will be no juice, pop, or anything like that. Snacks need to be kept in the dance bags and can be eaten in the canteen area. Yep, our canteen is open every night. It closes, however, halfway through the second last class of the night. Up until that point, snacks can be bought. The prices do range, but our $2.50 items are Mr. Noodles, bagel and butter, a bowl of Kraft dinner, and more like quick meals than snacks. Now I do need to just give me one moment here. Okay, yes, to answer your question, we do have items of both low sugar, no sugar, as well as our sugary snacks. Generally, during the evening, we don't recommend getting a sugary snack unless you've just done 3 full classes, you've got a 15-minute break, and then you're going into your next class. You need that little burst of sugar. Absolutely. Yes, you can keep any medication that needs to be refrigerated inside our canteen in the refrigerator, but it does have to be pulled out again by halfway through the second last class. Okay. Any other questions about snacking policies? Perfect. Now, boys will be staying in the boys' change room. Girls will be staying in the girls' change room. There will be no exceptions made, ever. Not even for parents. Yes, this means dance dad brings their daughter, they will not be going into that change room. And vice versa. Dance mom, you will not be going in with your son. Any questions about that? Very good. That is one of the things we are very much not lax about. Bathrooms are pretty straightforward. However, if a tiny tot dancer, so the age 4, 5, that's about where we draw the line there, is here with the opposite gendered parent and needs help in the bathroom, they are to use the parent bathroom. We have, as you saw on the tour, boys, girls, and parents. So, for example, if a dad has his tiny tot daughter here for class, they would go into the parents' men's room, so that he could help her. And we do have plenty of stalls in our men's room. Yes? Yes, we do have the private washroom available. Generally, that is for staff, but there are some extreme cases where we will allow that to be used because it does have the lock. Very good. Any questions on the washroom situation? Good. We do ask that no cell phones are to be brought to classes. Often our older dancers will want to record the combo learned at the end of class, and they may grab them for the last 5 minutes as long as the teacher allows it. But otherwise, there will be no cell phones permitted. Entirely too often, the students are distracted by the cell phones, or they're recording something that we don't want spread out. For example, like if we're trying a new technique and we want to prepare it for, let's say, a competition, that will not be recorded. We do not want other people seeing what we're capable of until it is time. Now, back to the cell phone. In the last 5 minutes to go over the combo. At that point, the teacher will run through the combo several times in smaller groups, so that kids not performing can record for their friends who are dancing and switch. We have no problem with anyone putting up videos of nightly combos on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, or whatever else teens use these days. We do, however, ask that no competition choreography or costumes are posted until after the first competition of the year. After that, other schools already know what we're bringing to the table, so it's no longer a secret. Before that, it could possibly ruin our chances for a high title. No, actually, it didn't happen to us. It happened to another studio, though, where somebody had recorded their choreography, and then when they went to their first competition, the other team had seen it on Facebook, and their team went first, and they copied their entire choreography. So then, when their team went on, and all they had prepared was that choreography, they ended up coming in last due to unoriginality. Now, obviously, it would have gone differently for them had they gone before the other team, but it still hurt them severely. That being said, if anybody would like to audition for our competitive team, the Quiet Riot, yep, we spelled the Quiet with Qwyatt, because it's the Wyatt Whispers Dance School. Auditions will be held next Saturday. No need to come with anything prepared, as far as the dance goes. You only need your jazz shoes, black leggings, and a black danceable shirt. Belt for the boys, of course. The cost is $10 to audition, but you also receive a $10 gift certificate to the dance store. It starts promptly at 1 p.m. and will go until 5 p.m. Parents, please plan to come between noon and 12:30 because there are forms to fill out. And please bring your water also. This is very important that you stay hydrated. In order to be on Quiet Riot, you need to be enrolled in ballet, tap, jazz, and at least one class between hip-hop, lyrical, and musical theater. The Quiet Riot will compete group numbers in ballet, tap, jazz, lyrical, hip-hop, and musical theater. The production number will always be jazz. Dancers are also allowed to audition for solos, duets, and trios. Those can be of any style, including previously mentioned styles and acro. It will be up to the teacher, taking into consideration the strengths of the dancer or dancers involved in the number. So, hope to see a lot of you next Saturday. And then we also have a special program. It's a long-running program called Brava. It's a non-competitive team that travels around the county and performs for free. We've performed at senior homes, long-term care centers, hospitals, fairs, carnivals, cancer walks, tree lightings, parades, festivals, sidewalk sales. We've even done a birthday party and a wedding once. Basically, any place that will have us. There's no audition necessary, but you do need to be enrolled in ballet, tap, and jazz. Brava will showcase dances in ballet, tap, jazz, hip-hop, lyrical, and musical theater. Now, do I have anybody wanting to register for Brava today? Yes. You? What's your name? And how old are you? Very good. Name? What's your name? Okay. And how old are you? Excellent. How old are you? Very good. And you? And your age is? Alright. Very good. So that concludes our our little open house or meet and greet or pre-registration, whatever you want to call it. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Does anybody have any questions? Anything they feel I didn't cover? No? Alright. Well then, I hope to see you next Saturday for team auditions. And I will be getting a hold of everybody to set up private meetings. And again, those of you who wanted to join our point class, stay behind so that we can discuss it, and I can contact your previous instructors. And all right, I hope you all have a wonderful day. See you soon. Bye. Thank you for joining me for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said before, this was part 1 of 2. The second part is going to be recorded soon. It's going to be the private meetings between the various parents signing up for the classes. And I'm going to be doing like I did with the doctor interview videos. So, release part 1, this one. And then part 2 will be released, and then I'm going to release both of them compiled together. This was my first video that was more or less scripted out. I actually did have quite a script ready, prepared for it. I did paraphrase here and there and add some bits in to increase the length of the video and make it more realistic. So that's that. So as always, feel free to comment below other videos you'd like to see, and let me know what you thought of the video. And again, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, go join the Patreon. First 6 patrons to the page get one of the drawings from the first Dragon Whisperer video signed. And yeah, I think that about covers it. Feel free to share this video too. I mean, the more it gets out there, the better, right? Let's help this community grow. Another bit of fun information. I'm also working on getting some designs together to start merchandise. Like I'm working on getting a hat going and possibly a jersey. This isn't a jersey, but I digress. So stay tuned for that. That'll be super exciting. I forgot to mention these in the video. That's okay because I keep forgetting what they're called. It's something band. I think tensor band. Something band. They're rubber. They help you to stretch. So you put them underneath your feet, and you pull so that your leg goes to new angles, supported by the bands. And why can't I remember what they're called? I don't know if it is tensor band. Anyway, so yeah. Now, the reason I did this video and the next video, my children are in dance. you know, they danced at a studio for 5 years, and then, you know, there a little bit of truth at the beginning of the video. The studio that they danced at suddenly decided last year that they were shutting down. That was it. They wanted to retire. They didn't hand it down to like the next generation who were teachers there. And nobody bought it out to continue it going, so we ended up being on that side of it, trying to find a new studio. But now they're at this studio. My son is on the competition team. You know, it's fantastic. They've been super welcomed, and the Brava program that was thrown in there at the end, that was based off of the program that was at the old studio, so that's cool too. There's someone yelling outside the room. So, you know, I did make sure to put that in there to add a little bit more of the realism to it. All those shoes are my kids' shoes for this year. They're in basically everything. Well, my daughter's not basically everything, but my son is. He does tap, he does jazz, he does lyrical. He's learning how to do acro right now. He does hip hop, ballet, pre-pointe. He is in pre-pointe, because he wants to condition his body better for it. So, you know, everything. He was on the performing team last year too at the old studio, so I was there almost every weekend at the senior homes and all the residences and all that stuff. So I knew what I was talking about. All right. So anyway, sorry to ramble on like that. So that is that. Like I said, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and whatnot. And right about now, if I timed this properly, there's going to be a little button here. Go subscribe to the channel. Go check out this video right here. This is a nice video. This video right here, this one is, this is actually chosen by YouTube to be the best suitable for you. And this over here is a playlist with all my videos in it. So feel free to go check that out. And as always, have a peaceful day. Bye.